Leyburn Sprints. It's 2025. We're up here in the Darling Downs in Queensland in this beautiful tiny little dot on a map town of Leyburn. This is, oh look, what can you say? This is like Australia's Monaco Grand Prix, but on a tiny little scale with old classic cars. It's just a wonderful place. The township is stunning. The race cars is just amazing. Welcome to this very special event of Australian Car Collector. We're really excited to be back here for the second year. We're promising to bring you some great cars, some even better people. Stick along, come along for the ride. It's going to be one heck of a day out. One of the most wonderful things about the Leyburn Sprints is that you really do get the most eclectic mix of automobiles, of just wonderful machinery here. We've got stuff from the exotic modern day things through to the most beautiful, not quite brass era, is it? But
not
just
quite,
a little bit after brass era. Folks, I'm here with David. I'm going to let David take the story of this car. This is a Crossley 1925. Mate, tell me about this car. How did you come across it?
This car, father found this car in Sydney, in Lane Cove in Sydney.
Right.
He had a friend that had a Crossley and he'd already done up an Emil car.
And when was that?
In 1990.
Uh-huh.
So we got it as a wreck, a bag of bits basically.
Wow.
And then started to rebuild it from there. So the body was handmade in Armidale by a carpenter. They never built this body, they drew it. We got the blueprints for the car, and we built the body with the help of a carpenter and made a roadster.
And mate, the chassis and the motor and the running gear, what's the instigation of that? Where was that put together? Where was it built?
Motor and gearbox we done our gearbox and diff. We done ourselves, and the motor was built by Wilson's Engineering in Brisbane.
Yeah, right.
With a few modifications, so it's gone from 2500 cc's to 2800 cc's. Running a bigger carby and a bigger cam, and it was balanced and blueprinted. So it's
roughly
quite
how many horsepower now, do you think?
Oh, we're up to around 19 horsepower.
Not bad, that's pretty good.
So yeah, standard was around the 14.
And you can do about 60 mile an hour with 19 horsepower.
Yep.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
So very torquey.
Yep.
A lot of torque out of this motor.
Right. Right.
So yeah.
And how long have you been driving it now?
Well, basically since 2000 when we got it on the road. I've been driving it since then. Then father passed away 5 years ago, so I inherited it.
Right. What was your dad's name, mate?
Graham Chisholm.
Graham.
Yep.
Graham Chisholm. Right.
So yeah, this was the second car he built. He also built a 24ML car, which is here this weekend as well. And then we built the Crosley.
So in terms of sort of slow stuff like this, mate, braking in traffic, how does it go?
It goes quite well, being four-wheel brakes.
Okay. And they're all push rod, I take it?
All push rod.
Yep.
But yeah, for its time, it has very good brakes.
Right.
Which compared by a modern vehicle are shocking brakes, but
so you plan ahead.
Yeah, you still got to plan ahead. I like to say, doesn't stop, doesn't steer, but a whole heap of fun to drive.
A whole heap of fun to drive. Big smile on the dial.
Yeah.
Yep. And in terms of the layout of your pedals, are we sort of clutch to the left as usual, or clutch in the middle?
Clutch to the left.
Yep.
Accelerator in the middle.
Okay.
And brake on the right.
Right.
Which sounds awkward, but you'd be surprised how natural it feels.
How quickly you get used to it.
Yeah, it doesn't feel awkward. But
right.
So, and that was quite common in the day for a centre accelerator.
Yep.
Very common.
So I noticed that with the Model Ts, they've got reverse in the middle, on the middle pedal.
Yep.
Which is even, more bizarre by modern standards.
Yes. No, this is just really a 3-speed H-box.
Yep.
So yeah, very simple car to drive.
Right.
Once you get used to the gears and stuff.
And how's the steering?
Steering again for its age, it steers quite well.
Right.
Compared to a modern vehicle, you'd say it's bloody awful, but yeah, again for its age, steers very well.
Right. Well, it certainly gets up and goes well. That's plenty of torque.
Yeah, a lot of torque. That's its strongest point. Even at the track at Leyburn, I don't take it out of top gear. Once I get into top gear,
yep,
that's it.
Just leave it there. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm amazed how well this goes.
Yeah, so we're rolling along now about 80k an hour.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And, and for what it is, quite smooth riding too, really. I mean, this is not the best bitumen road in the world, but...
And it'll roll along like this all day.
Wow. And I mean, I know it was not a concern in the day, but just out of interest, what sort of fuel mileage?
To be honest with you, I'm not really sure. It's, I'm sort of going on a bit of a trip or something in it. My rule is when you can get fuel, get fuel.
Yep.
So,
and how big's the tank?
50 litres.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
That's good. It's got real character and presence to it, hasn't it?
It has got a presence. It's got a real presence on the road. It's, quite a remarkable car, really.
It's lovely.
Yeah.
Lovely.
And you don't see a lot around, so it makes it even a little bit better. People sort of...
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Well, mate, we look forward to seeing you back out on the track.
Yep.
And seeing you in your finery.
Yeah.
And
thank you very
so much for bringing it along, mate.
No,
It's brilliant.
pleasure. Thank you.
Great stuff. One of the things I absolutely love about events like this is not only do we come across a gem of a vehicle such as this Jaguar XJ13 replica, but also a gem of an owner. This is Gwen. Gwen, it's a stunning car and you're a stunning lady. Tell me about this beautiful motor car.
Digby and I finally, in 2009, we had it finally finished. It came from a 1/18th model.
Wow.
And it took 6 years, and it was done with a buck. It wasn't done with CAD. And we finally did the tests for it on the airstrip near Runaway Bay.
Wow.
And we had to do all the go to woes out there and to get it, and it is fully street registered.
Oh, that's incredible. So, what was the brainchild behind this? Whose idea was it?
Digby and I saw these cars, and Dennis Bedford actually decided to build some. Dennis actually built quite a few.
And he built this one as well?
Yes, they built it in his garage at Helensvale. And when we did the wind speed test, this is really not very good. We were worried about the noise because of the decibels of it to get full registration.
Yeah, sure.
And luckily there was a wind, so when they held the decibel meter up, it was quite good.
It's fantastic.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fantastic. And have you driven it?
I have a photo here of me coming after I came out of Queensland Raceway, and I don't know, you might edit this bit. In the Leaded magazine, the photo is me, not Digby.
Right. We'll put a little bit of a link to the Leaded magazine.
You better delete that.
So tell me about your history with cars. How far back does this go?
Alec Mildren's the reason.
Okay.
of my
And who
car.
was Alec Mildren?
Alec Mildren was a car dealer in Sydney, and my first car was actually a Sunbeam Talbot British Racing Green in Malaya before it was Malaysia in 1961. I was living in an army camp with my first husband, and he died before Longtan in 1966. So in 1968 I bought an Alfa Romeo, and the only one to insure it was Digby Cook. He was the only, because being in your 20s as a woman, it wasn't well received.
Sure.
And so from then on, I had a 2.7 a Porsche,
Right. Yep.
and then I've had various cars. I had Fiat 1500. I had an XY Ute as one of my company cars. I started my own company after I was widowed. So it's been quite a journey.
That's amazing. So you would have been a real pioneer back then too, especially in that country.
Yes, yes.
So a woman driving and a performance car at that.
Well, the problem was also I was blonde, blue-eyed, and left-handed.
What a combo.
Left-handed.
Oh no.
Not good.
Mate, I think you're the star of the show, and I think it's as much of a classic as you are. So thank you so much for bringing it out today. And for
Well, there's
talking
not
to us.
many over 80s that do what I do.
Right. And Lon, may you reign supreme. It's wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Okay.
much. Folks, this next little item that we found for you, it blew me away. To me, this is where not just car racing started, but really when you think about it, the whole concept of a rolling chassis without a horse out the front, it started here with people building it themselves. This is Colin, he's from Cycle Carts, Queensland, and this is it's about a 1/3 scale, thereabouts car, which Colin built himself in his shed out of bits and pieces and cost less than $1,000. And this is a movement that's really big overseas, and these really enterprising guys are trying to get it going here in Queensland. And I love it. And Mark and I are going to build one each, and you just watch out. That'll be great. Colin, tell me about this movement, right? How did you get into this?
Okay, well, how it was, I saw it on YouTube. My brother turned around and he was into MGs. Anyway, he lost interest in it, and I threw it to him, and he says, oh, let's do it. So I turned around and built it, started building it, and then it's just grown from there. I've turned around and created a couple of Facebook groups, worldwide Facebook group, cycle carts, build tips and ideas, and that's blown up all around the world. I've got 16,000 members around the world on that one.
Wow.
Our cycle cart, Southeast Queensland cycle carts, that more so covers just where we're growing the area. We operate out of Pimpama Historical Engines, and we do our displays and starting to grow the group from there.
Sure.
But yeah, this is our first big event, and the response that we've had is just incredible.
There's a lot of people showing interest in it.
They're
That's
just
great.
overwhelmed with the idea. It's just an affordable way that you can turn around and build something at home and tinker with, and come out and turn around and show it off and just have fun. And that's what it's all about.
So through the movement itself, or look, I'm going to call it a club for want of a better word.
Yeah.
So you can provide people with what, a blueprint or a plan, or how does that work?
What we turn around and do, we followed from America, and that's where it's come from, the guidelines for cycle karting. And there's so much information out there on YouTube, on Google, and the whole lot. So, but we've gone a little bit further, and we're introducing other body builds.
Okay.
So just make it more interesting.
Sure.
Now on our groups, you can come on and we'll turn around and give you information, guidelines on what to buy, where to buy it, how to turn around and assemble it, and go from there.
So these are the parts that you can get from Bunnings. These are the thing you might find in a wrecker somewhere.
Yep.
Whatever it takes.
Yeah, you turn around, it's repurposed, reused, remade. So you get old items and you turn around and remake them to suit what you want.
Sure.
You turn around and cheap items from Bunnings and utilise to turn around and do the build. I turn around and make a sample, and at the table's over the back there that we turn around and I do a sample of all these ideas. And when you go on, people are just posting different ideas all the time of what they've done on their build. And it's just, it blows me away. Like, I've seen a lot and I still get stunned.
So it's sort of a little bit like historic racing meets billy cart design. Let's mold it together.
Yeah.
You can do it in your backyard. Father and son, father and daughter, mother and son, whoever.
Yep.
Let's put this thing together.
Yep.
With the help from your organisation.
From us,
do it on a shoestring budget. You're never going to drive it on the road, all right? You're not going to get this through Department of Transport.
No way
on a private track. Now, talk to me about that, mate. What's the vision in terms of where will you drive these?
We're at Pimpama at the moment. We're restricted on speed, so we're turning around and we have different games that we're going to turn around and do. We'll turn around and do shows, barbecues and whatever. But from there, we turn around and we've got properties, acreage, that we can go out and use, that we'll turn around and do different runs, time runs.
So a big flat bit of grass somewhere.
Bit of ground.
Yeah, sure.
Even coming out here today, people have approached us, they like the idea and it's up and growing, and they're going to get back to us to different events that we can go to. Right. This setup here, I've turned around and set it all up. I'll go around to different venues, different country town shows and whatever, to raise awareness of it and just educate people on what's going and what's happening.
The word you used there before was spirit.
Yes.
And in the spirit of this,
yeah,
I love it. Well done. Thank you for bringing them along.
No, thank you.
And we'll be in touch, that's for sure. Folks, if you stick around historic racing long enough, you're going to come across some cars that really have some significant history to them, and one of those such cars is this one behind us. really significant car. This is Matt. Tell me about this one, Matt.
So this car was built in 1962, designed by Timmy Harlock, and built by Dave Evans for John French for the 1962 Australian GT Championship.
Right, wow.
Runs a Holden Waggott twin cam engine. And yeah, what else do you want to know about it?
Mate, is it in, I mean, obviously these things get rebuilt and changed and modified, but is it basically the same car as it was built back then?
It has been changed over the years. It went from a twin cam motor to a Repco motor, then it's run red motors with big wide wheels and
Right.
no wings but a wider body on it. It ran up to the late 70s, sat for a few years, and then I think it was 1985. The current owner, who's owned it since 1964, dragged it out of storage and rebuilt it back to its original specifications, except for the engine.
Right.
In the early days of rebuild, it had the Repco in it, and then it ran like that for quite a few years until they found a Waggott engine.
When you're out on the road and you see a very, very low slung sports car go by, you might recognise this sort of shape. Now, as I grew up, I saw one of these and I would have called it a Westfield.
Yeah.
But obviously we're talking about a completely different kettle of fish here. This is Brian, everybody. And Brian is the proud driver and owner as well.
That's right, yes.
Of this particular car here, not a Westfield, this is a Centaur. Tell me about this one, Brian.
Well, this was the first of the Clubman Centaurs. It was built in about 1965.
Right.
It's had about 4 or 5 owners over its lifetime. There is a good book on the Centaurs that lists off all that. That's where I get a lot of my information from.
Right, okay, yeah.
And I got it as a complete rusted away wreck and rebuilt it from virtually nothing. It was actually going to be just folded up and thrown in the bin.
Oh, no. How long ago was that?
2019.
Okay. That's a good COVID project.
Oh, it was a project, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
I didn't realise how bad it was until I went to get it. And I thought to myself, what the hell have I done?
Oh, jeez.
Because it was really in a sad state.
And have you had a background in engineering?
Well, I used to work on these cars in the era when this was built.
Right.
I used to work on people's racing cars and do framework, all sorts of stuff. Matter of fact, the manifolds and exhausts I built for one of the previous owners in about 1971.
On this particular car?
That car, they're still on it. They're getting a bit
Going
old
all right.
now, but
Aren't we all, mate?
well, I thought when I started up that the rust on the inside would take over and they'd fall to bits,
Right.
but they're still there.
Okay.
So
well, you
that's
did
amazing.
a good job to
it's
start
amazing.
with, mate. Yeah,
They're
yeah.
obviously too heavy.
Right, right. Well, mate, thank you so much for
Thank
bringing
you.
the car out here today
Yeah.
and for talking to us. I think
It's good fun to get it out,
it's
do something with it.
Yeah, and look, it looked beautiful. It's a great turnout. Well done on the preparation. It looks fantastic. Mate.
Okay,
Thank you
you
so
very
much, Brian. It's great stuff. So if you've got a car, if your friend, family member, whoever it is, has got a car that you'd love to see featured on the show, then right down the bottom of the screen here is where you're going to find a link to it.